Hello, hello, hello. And there we are. Okay, what's going on, everybody? It's Wednesday. That means we're doing a live stream. You like the beard? My beard's getting out of control, isn't it? Big red beard. Looking like a mountain man. Like a lumberjack. Speaking of which, I inquired about getting some wood delivered here today. Looks like I gotta go pick it up though, but I'll probably be doing that in the next few days if it doesn't snow a ton. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. It was warm today. 45 degrees, melted all the snow on the driveway at least. It looks in control. It's funny because I haven't trimmed it or done any. I've done literally nothing to it. But yeah, I look way different without a beard. This is me being lazy and not feeling like shaving, but also kind of curious to see how long I can get it without caving and shaving it. Do I have a new obsession with wood? No, but I'm actually quite surprised that I thought I had enough when I grabbed a bunch from my parents, and it's already, I've already gone through it all. So, just having fires in the fireplace is, it's saving money on the electric bill and stuff. But it's nice. It's just nice to have the fire going. I like it. So I wouldn't say I'm obsessed, but I'm out of wood. There's some wood out back, but it's wet. It doesn't burn very well. So, yeah. How's everybody doing today? ZZ Top. The one member from ZZ Tops whose last name I think was Beard did not have one. Funny. I uploaded a video today. My vlog at my parents' celebrating my dad's birthday. You can go check that out later. Actually, I'll link it here in case you guys want to go check that out. Put that, pin it to the top. So if you want to check it out near the end, you can do that. If you've already seen it. Yeah, that was a fun video. And for those of you that wondering, like, why am I just posting that now? It's because I've been doing like daily vlogs, filming them every day, but only getting around to posting them every, 2 to 3 days. I don't want to post them every single day. I think that's a little bit too much for most people to keep up with, and it's definitely too much for me to keep up with, having to film and edit, and just, I think I'd get burnt out doing it that way. But it's nice that I have a bunch of content ready to be edited and show you guys, because I'm interested in sharing some cool things that I got in the last week or two. A local bread company delivered me some of their home baked bread, and it's amazing. And I did a vlog on it, so you guys will be able to see that eventually. But I got some nice sourdough and focaccia and some other stuff, and it's really good. So, mashed potatoes. Are we going to talk food again? Because I'm actually going into this vlog a little bit hungry. So you're going to make me even hungrier, And all I got here is my my trusty old water bottle. Logan was the star of my vlog. Yeah, I can see how that could, yeah. He's normally quiet and doesn't really say much, but lately he's he's being a little bit more outgoing there. So yeah, I thought he was pretty funny in the vlog. You know, this is the first time I've ever seen him act like that. We do, Mel. We always talk about food, don't we? I mean, food. We all love food. We all eat, so it's not a bad thing to talk about. I had a piece of that bread earlier today, the sourdough, and I still have another one. They gave me 2 loaves of it, so I put one in the refrigerator for now, so it doesn't go bad. But super good stuff. And for those of you that remember, I used to make my own sourdough bread, but I kind of stopped doing it. I didn't keep up on the starter after keeping it alive for over a year, and I let it go. But they offered to give me some starter if I wanted to get back to it. I mean, I could start my own, but that bread's really good, so maybe I'll take them up on that offer. You love my dad's pizza party? Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun video. His birthday is right before my birthday. So we all get together, have a good old time. You'd like to see the garlic pizza? I swear I had somebody film me do that, but I couldn't find the footage. Maybe Rachel filmed it on her phone, and I forgot to get it off her phone. She filmed something recently on her phone that, oh yeah, me sliding down the driveway. That'll be a fun video, I think, maybe. The garlic pizza was super good, the way I made it. I cooked the broccoli first, and then I sauteed it with some herbs and spices, and it was really good on its own. And then I mixed it all together with the garlic and spread it over the pizza, and then put the cheese on it. And the way it looks, the reason why it looks like that is because I have 2 different cheeses on there. And in hindsight, I probably would have rather have just put the Follow Your Heart cheese. That it melted really well and it tasted really good on there. But I think I have a cross between the Follow Your Heart cheese and the Chow on that pizza. The first one I made was all Miyoko's, which is one of my favorite cheeses. All those pizzas were really good. Some of the cheeses don't look as pretty when they melt, but they all taste good. I would say the best one in that bunch that was the Miyoko's and the Follow Your Heart cheese, and those were the favorites of everybody there too. Yeah, that's the other thing. Today is National Pizza Day. Oh, perfect time to post that video where I made 4 pizzas. National Pizza Day. Who knows who comes up with these things? But yeah, I found out earlier today it was National Pizza Day, and I have tons of pictures of pizza, so I posted some over on my Instagram, and I posted the YouTube video. My birthday vlog video is either going to be, I don't remember if I did a video before. So it's either going to be the next video or the video after that. I got to figure it out. I got to figure out what other content I have. Because I did vlog the day before my birthday, but I might lump that together. I mean, we still have another 2 weeks of videos that I have on my phone that I have to edit for you guys. And by the time you get to there, I'll have more content. So, but yeah, right now I'm just, I was chilling with the dogs. I think the longest part of me editing my video, the video I just put up earlier today, was making the thumbnail. The thumbnail is one thing that's usually like the hardest thing to do, because you want to get something that looks good and catchy and that people will want to click on. Because I feel like I have videos that are like interesting and well done that people would enjoy, but nobody clicks on them because I probably have a poorly designed thumbnail, or maybe not the best title. And I try not to do clickbaity things, but sometimes you gotta come up with something for somebody to click it, you know? So it's always hard. Those are the two hardest things, is coming up with a thumbnail and a good title. And for the latest video, I really didn't even know what to call it, other than, vegan pizza party or something like that, whatever I called it. I think pizza always gets people to click, or at least it used to. January 16th was National Do Nothing Day. I wonder what I was doing on January 16th. I had a few different thumbnails ready to go. Like, I had a whole different... let's see let me bring it up here real quick. I got so many... Yeah. So, and I just made this thumbnail too. Like, so if I share that screen right there, this is my Photoshop, and I came up with this. And the way I do this is, if you look at it, I duplicate the photo, and then I blur out the background, because if I go, let's see, I can pull this away so it's actually blurred out. So I have the non-blurry one above that, which means I could take the writing and put it behind my head or whatever, just to make it look a little bit cooler. And then the live stream up here, and it's pretty easy. Like, it took me no time at all. I just got the camera right there. I took a screenshot, and there's the thumbnail. Otherwise, it doesn't really take a thumbnail. It just puts it up there, and it looks stupid. So just something for people to click on. That's the one that I did. This one I wasn't sure what to do either. And then I'm like, it didn't look right, but you could see my face looking at Indy, and so I put in the little bubbles there, and I thought that would, interesting at least. And I'm trying to put the episode numbers in up at the top, or somewhere in there from now on too. This is the one I made today, and I had several different things that I was trying to do in this one. So I had my dad blowing out the candles down here. I had a nice pizza in the background. I think the final thing I did was put the pizza party up there coming onto the speech bubble. And then I don't even really need to be in it, but I feel like people say that you gotta have your face in some of them, but I don't know. There's a bunch of different pictures I went through to get to that point. Let me see if I can even pull that up. Let me see. Okay, that's the wrong one. Episode 14, pictures. So I'll show you some of the ones I went through to get to the one that I actually got. Okay, so you can see that in the... What's even going on here? I can't even... There it is. Okay, so you can see that. Let me make it a little bit... Oh, no, I can't. I can't make it any smaller than that. So that was the first one I had. Let's see, a couple more. Okay, so no, this was the last one. This was the final one that I came up with. And if you can see that, I don't know. To me, it looks okay, but I solarized. I made it like a pastel effect, the pizza in the background. It made the cheese look like it was more melty, some of that cheese. Because, again, some of it melts better than others. I think there might be some Miyoko's on there that melts really well, but then the other one it didn't look as good. So that's what I did. My dad's 24th birthday, yeah. And then this is one of the earlier ones I did, and I thought it was too simple. I didn't like the writing there. That pizza was the best pizza we had that night, that garlic, but it just didn't look good in the picture. So that's why I changed it to that one instead, with the colors, the green and the reds and the yellows. Here's another one that I did. Then I was trying like different colors for the pizza. This one, it looked okay, but you could see that I didn't put too much effort into it. That's the pizza. That's what the pizza looked like when it came out of the oven. As you can see, the more white cheese was the Follow Your Heart cheese. It melted a lot better than I think that was the Chow cheese. And there's my dad, holding the cake up to my dad, and there he is clapping the cake. So I thought that was a pretty good picture. That's the one I posted. It looks a little bit better because I think that's a little bit overexposed, but it looks a little bit better in my Instagram picture. And these are some other ones. These are some other pizzas that I made in the past that were really good. There's a margarita that I was going to post for National Pizza Day. But if you go back to the original one I posted, I don't know if you can tell, but what I really had to go through let me actually get back to the Photoshop here. Okay, so in order to get where I'm at here, I penciled out my dad and Logan clapping the cake out, but then I realized I cut off the candles. So what I did is I took another shot of the candles and I literally just pulled it over and I put it right down there, as you can see. And then I blended it in because, as you can see, I accidentally erased the candles where he was clapping, so you can't really tell what he's doing. Like, is he just saying, "Oh, I got a cake in front of me," or was he clapping out the candles? So I put the candles in there from the other frame because, like I said, and I made them bigger too. They were a lot bigger here than they were in real life. And then other than that, this was an original picture of me standing right next to my dad, and originally I had this picture and then my dad, but my dad wasn't really smiling in that one, and it just didn't have the right feel to it. So I ended up, this was my final one, and I feel like I could have done better, but I needed to get the video up, or else I would have just been working on this forever. I was working on it like 5 a.m, and then I went to bed and did a little bit more work on it when I got up, and then I posted the video. And that brings us back to where even are we? Back over here. There we are. Wait, am I frozen? I'm frozen in time. Can we even do anything about this? Which one even is this? Deactivate, activate. There we go. I don't know why it does that. I need my guys to talk to the camera about that one. My brother sent me a picture just not too long ago of a pizza place where he is, and he says I gotta go here. I have to go here. Look at that pizza. That looks really good to me. Huh? Does it look really good to you? And then he's also got the wings. All vegan, all the time. And I guess he's in Austin. Yeah, he's in Austin. Never been there. But if you're in Austin, maybe you've been there. What's the name of the place? It's called... Maybe one of you have been there. Maybe you can tell me the name of it before I... Oh, and then I got another question. Possum Pizza. Did anybody know that? Has anybody been there? Yeah, that was Indy growling. He wasn't really growling. He was just like, "Argh. I'm gonna get up and walk away. You're preventing me from going to sleep." Let's see what we got. Why does that do that? Don't do that. No, more like that, yeah. But not really. What are you even talking about, Chris? What are the vegan wings made of? They're the, I think they're textured soy protein, but you can look them up. They originally sell them at Meiwa. Meiwa is a distributor. They might have changed their name, but Meiwa, it was New York City. and they had a little storefront. I used to always go there when I lived there and pick up the wings. And now everybody sells them, and they make them up whatever way they want, and put barbecue sauce or buffalo or garlic butter, whatever. But there's a lot of restaurants now that carry them. They're really good. Yeah, I think that's what they're made. They're like soy, I think. You should order if you're gonna order. If you're gonna order, like get a nice order from them. Um, they have all kinds of like they have like vegan shrimp and all kinds of stuff. I did a video. I went there back in February of 2020. That was the last time I was in New York City, actually. Roots Market. They probably get them from Maiwa, maybe, or maybe they're getting them from the same place Maiwa gets them. The bag is pretty small, and it depends how. They're not that much at Maiwa, but like when you get them at other places, they up the price a lot. But if you've never had them before, I suggest to get them and just try them, at least so you've had them before. They're really good. You know, because you gotta order them and ship them and stuff. What a lot of people that I know like to do is they like to get a bunch of people in, like when people are buying like Girl Scout cookies or something, and they like to get everybody like, do you want some of these? Give me your order. Give me your order, and then you just make one big order together. And I think it's I think you save when you do it that way. Okay, so we have, what do we got? 26 people on right now. So I know I said this in another live stream, but I've been racking my brain looking, and I cannot find. If anybody's good at searching things on the internet, and believe me, I mean, I've probably put like 4 or 5 hours into searching for it, but it's just and there's really no reason other than like I want to find it, because when I want to find something, like I don't know, I just have a compulsion to find it. But I was talking about this chocolate milk mix that was around when I was a little kid, when in the 80s and 1980s. And I mean, I think I've got a pretty good memory. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure the name of it was Ziggy, Zigggy, and they were like these little chocolate crystals, like little pebbles, and you'd put them in like milk. I mean, that sounds gross, but I think it'd be good in like some oat milk now. But you put them in milk, and they would dissolve. You stir it in like you would do like, Quick or anything like that, and you'd have chocolate milk. Now, it came in a container, this big plastic container. It was like a square, but the top was, so I tried to draw it. And this isn't even, there's a better drawing here, but I don't want to show my address. So let me see if I can scribble that out. I did it on like a piece of mail. So anyway, this is what the container. Are you kidding me? I deactivated again, and now I can't. My whole computer froze. Seriously, I'm trying to do a live stream, computer. I don't have a mouse pointer, so I can't show you guys anything. Okay, goodbye. Are you kidding me? Control Alt Delete. Seriously, are you kidding me? What is going on here? Cancel. Is there something wrong with my mouse? You guys can still hear me. You can't see me, right? Okay. Just, I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't know. Do I need a new computer? Like, this is so annoying. Anyway. This is what the container looked like. The cap was red, and it screwed on from an angle at the top. You would take it and, unscrew it. I still remember exactly how it was. And I remember that me and one of my friends and I, we decided to take a bunch of stuff that we thought would be great treasure, and we put it all in there, and we sealed it in duct tape, and we buried it in one of those containers. It was a Ziggy container. And we said we weren't going to touch it until we got older, until we were, grown-ups. But we ended up digging it up like 2 years later anyway, just for the heck of it. We went, hey, remember that treasure? Let's go get it. I mean, 2 years is a long time when you're only like 10. So I can't find it for the life of me. I cannot find it. I've asked people. Nope. I know that I don't have a false memory of this. This is a real thing, but it's nowhere I cannot find it anywhere on the internet. Does anybody that is my age or older remember this drink? Can anybody even say I remember it? Rather, if you can find a picture, you are the hero of the month. But I cannot find it anywhere. And I haven't found anybody that remembers it. I asked my mom, and she's got a great memory too, but she doesn't really remember it either. So I guess that's my question to you guys. And if you're watching this live stream in the future where we're not live anymore, get a hold of me if you know the answer to this question. Because I don't even know what to put in the search results anymore. So nobody knows. Nobody knows. Yeah, it could be the Mandela effect, because like I went for the deep dive with so out of all the Mandela effects, the one that really gets me the most is the Bernstein Bears. Because I know for a fact, and thousands of other people say the same thing, that it was Bernstein. It wasn't Berenstain, it was Bernstein. And the reason I know that was because my mom used to read me those books when I was little, and I used to look at them like so intently of all the pictures. I would look at the name, and the name Steen in my little kid head was, I didn't like it. And the reason I didn't like it is because I correlated it with a food that my mom used to make me that I didn't really like, that had the same name, that had the same sound, and it was pastina. Stina. Why would I correlate that with stain? I wouldn't. It was Steen. It was always Steen. But now it's Berenstain with an A. And when you look them, I should make a complete video out of that. But when you try to look up Stanley Berenstain and Janice Berenstain, there's really no information at all. Like you look up Wiki, there's like nothing on the internet about these two people. It's like it's very minimal information. And then you can see a census, and you can see that it looks like he was born Stanley Bernstein with E-I-N. So why is it changed? I don't know. That's the one that I know with my memory that was definitely Bernstein. It wasn't Baron, it was Bern. Because I remember Bern and Steen. Bernstein. But it's changed. There's some other ones that I do see how people could misremember, like the Monopoly guy with the monocle. That's very easy to misremember because I think that people are likely getting that mixed up with the Planters peanut guy with the monocle. And then there's a few other ones that I do remember the truth of it. A lot of people say that Disney movies had Tinkerbell hitting her wand on the top of the thing, and that never happened. But if you look at There used to be a thing called the Disney Sunday movie, where it was just an episode, some Disney movie that they would have on every Sunday on cable TV. And on that, she actually did come up and hit the thing, but not in the movie. So I think that's a memory people had, in their head, and they just thought it was a different thing. But there's tons of them anyway. Zap chocolate milk. Do you have a link for it? I don't know if you can even post links. I'll take a look at anything. It wasn't called Zap, but I'll take a look at it. Zap chocolate milk. So this wasn't. I don't know if this was considered like. I don't know if it, because I don't remember what the package said. Like, I don't know if it was chocolate milk mix or chocolate drink mix. Or, I mean, you could technically put it in a different drink, probably. Zap. Let me see what that comes up as. Images. Zap. No, that's not it. So you'll know you find it if it's got a red lid. It was about the jar was about that big. It was a pretty big jar of it. And I remember you had to hold it like this because you had to open it at an angle. Just like my drawing was. Like, this was the other drawing. That's not quite like it was. So I redrew it because it actually had like a little kind of a loop after that. So it was weird. And it was a perfect thing for a kid to bury treasure in. And I just put like, different coins in there and, stuff that, maybe some Garbage Pail Kid cards and stuff like that. And it ended up getting all waterlogged anyway, and most of the stuff got ruined, but it was still fun to bury treasure. It wasn't a dream, it happened. The name of the name of the drink, look, I just want to prove that my memory is as good as I say it is, but from what I remember, it was Ziggy. Ziggy. I mean, could it be Siggy with an S? Maybe. But I'm probably 99.999% sure it was Ziggy. And I can't find it anywhere. I've looked the internet. I can't find a single picture. I've spent hours and hours. But if anybody remembers it, it was probably in the mid to late 80s. And I don't remember how long the drink was on the market for. My mom doesn't remember it. And I could reach out to my friend that we buried the treasure together, but I haven't talked to him in almost 30 years. So I don't know anybody else that would know that other than another, 70s or 80s kid growing up in that era. If you remember that Ziggy chocolate milk, get at me. I'd love to even talk to somebody that remembers it. Because now I feel like I'm crazy, like it never existed. I know it existed, but it's like there's nowhere on the internet, and it's very rare that you can't find anything about anything on the internet. With all the people in the world, all the people that have been on the internet, and how old the internet is now, you would think that there's at least an article or a picture of just about everything. It's like, I don't know. It's really weird. It's really getting to me. Yeah, my mom was like, could it be Ovaltine? I'm like, no, it's not Ovaltine. Yeah, there's a lot of things from, like, I should do a whole video on this, but there's a lot of things from the Mandela effect that it just blew my mind. Like, things that everybody remembers. And what I called my mom yesterday and asked her about the Bernstein Bears, and I said, I don't want to tell you the name. I want to know what you remember it as. Do you remember that book we used to read about the little bears? And she's like, oh yeah, the Bernstein Bears. I'm like, spell it. She's like, oh, I don't know. And she spelled it exactly how I remember it. And she said the Bernstein. I go, what if I told you it wasn't the Bernstein Bears? It's the Berenstain Bears. It just doesn't, I don't know. And then, okay, so here's another one that blew my mind. What does Mr. Rogers sing when, the opening intro? It's a beautiful, like, what does he say? Just write it out there. Just the first, the first line, the first sentence. I want to know what you guys remember him saying, Mr. Rogers. We'll do a few of them here that I remember. Have I checked Canadian brands? I literally just searched the internet. I didn't care, like anywhere in the world, just search the internet. I put in Ziggy. I took Ziggy out and I just put in discontinued 80s chocolate drink mix. Chocolate drink mix, chocolate milk mix. I put in so many. There is one product that comes up. I forget what it is. It's like 3 letters. It's like PDG or something. It's not the container I'm looking for. And it's not the same thing, but the actual product is exactly how it looked. The one I'm talking about, or these little like chocolate crystals. They almost look like little chocolate grape nuts or something, but if you pick one up, you could crumble it into like chocolate dust, like the Nestle Quick. That's the best way I can explain it. And it was really good from what I remember. Exactly. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. He doesn't say that. And that blew my mind. He doesn't say it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. He says, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. This neighborhood. I'm like, what? What? And that was another one where I called my mom. I text her at like midnight. I'm like, Mom, are you still up? She's like, I'm going to bed. What? I'm like, Mom, what did Mr. Rogers sing? She's like, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm like, no, he didn't. And you can go look it up. He didn't. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. But we all remember it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, right? Right? What's going on? PDQ, yes. That product is exactly how the product that I look for is. What does Forrest Gump say about the box of chocolates? Mama always said life, and then finish it, and then we'll be like mind blown here too. I don't know what to believe anymore either, because I know my memory, and it's not just me, it's literally thousands of us. How do we all have a memory that's so good of something? Like you can kind of like try to explain out a lot of these, but you're never going to explain out the Bernstein Bears to me, because I made that connection as a kid. And that's the way that my brain works. I would process that. I would look at that name and I would look at how it was spelled. And I was so obsessed with how it was spelled as a little kid because of how it sounded, and how it sounded like that food that my mom gave me. So I would look at those books. I love the books. There was one with a big spooky tree and everything. And I'm like, oh, I wish I had because I think that like it was like a house where they'd have like the doors. They had the doors in their house and stuff. They lived in a tree. Right? Yeah. And that to me, I'm like, oh, I want a house like this. The way I first got introduced to, like the way that I first got interested in cooking was a Bernstein Bears cooking book, where Brother Bear and Sister Bear were cooking with Mom, and it was all cartoon, but it looked so good to me. They were making cookies. There was a cookie recipe in there. And at 6 or 7 years old, I was interested in cooking because of a Bernstein Bears book. But now I'm being told it wasn't the Bernstein Bears. So, is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Yes. So that's what we all remember. We all remember Forrest Gump saying, Mom always said, life is like a box of chocolates. But that's not what he says. Go look it up. He says, Mom always said, life was like a box of chocolates. You never know which one you're going to get. So it's weird. I mean, it's like you sound crazy if you say it, but it's like, I mean, scientifically, what's going on? What are they doing at CERN? Did we go into an alternate? Like, did we cross a timeline where everything is shifted ever so slightly, so most people won't ever know the difference? But there's subtle changes that they just weren't able to do with your mind. It's really weird. I got to admit, it's really weird. You sound crazy if you say that, though. which means I don't know if I'll ever get closure on the Bernstein Bears, and who knows if I'll ever find a picture of this chocolate milk stuff that I'm looking for. I just want to know that. I just want a picture. I just want to know. I just want. I'm not. I've got a great memory, and I have such a vivid memory of burying treasure in a Ziggy container. I mean, I loved it. When I first saw the commercial for it, I told my mom, I'm like, you gotta buy me this stuff. You gotta buy this stuff. She finally bought some. I had some, and Ziggy chocolate milk. And when it was done, I kept the container. That's how much I liked it. Julie, if you find it, you'll get the best review ever for your masters. You'll be the hero of the month. I already said whoever finds this for me, hero of the month. You'll get so many shout outs, and I just want to frame that. I want to frame a picture of it to say, hey, look. I mean, I don't know where we would. There's got to be somebody. Okay, so I feel like it's not on the internet. There's no pictures that I looked at, and I did a lot of research. I stayed up for hours, several nights going back, oh, I'm going to find it this time, just cannot find it. My brother-in-law does this kind of thing for a living, and he couldn't find it. So the only thing that I can think is that somebody out there has to have a physical picture from the 80s of maybe a jar of Ziggy sitting on the table, or at a birthday party where it's in the background, or it's somewhere. There's got to be some kind of evidence of that this existed other than in my brain. And there's got to be somebody else. That's why I'm asking this question, that because all of you are here. There's got to be somebody else. And I've tried. I've posted in 80s theme pages on Facebook and Instagram, and nobody's replying to me. I'm like, okay, somebody will reply here. There's literally hundreds of thousands of people on this page. There's got to be somebody that's going to respond to me saying, oh yeah, I remember that. Nothing. And I've done it on several pages. Going crazy over here, guys. In 2022, you sound crazy. Yeah, I guess somebody's going to say you sound crazy, but also, is there anything that can even surprise me anymore? In 2022? I mean, remember back in the day, you'd be like, oh my God, I think I saw a UFO. Oh my God, you saw a UFO? Where? But now it's oh yeah, the government released, intel that, there's UFOs, big deal. On to the next news article. And also I was thinking of something else too. Remember, I remember back in the day, thinking, and this is kind of sad too, but, thinking, back in the day, you hear a scary story, it's oh yeah, that house is haunted. Oh really? Is it? It's yeah, you didn't hear about it. Somebody got murdered in there, back in the 60s. It's oh my God, that's crazy. And it's nowadays you look at the news and people are getting murdered every single day, stabbed, murdered, shot, murder, suicide, all these different things. It's the kids of today growing up, if you'd be oh, somebody was murdered in this house. Oh really? They were murdered in my neighbor's house too, and the other house next to me. It's it's so commonplace. It doesn't make for what happened? What happened? Do you guys get what I'm trying to say here? Someone said they don't remember. Wait, they did what? Somebody remembered what I said? All right, I'm going to look at all the comments for the next couple seconds here. Does anybody remember Ziggy? The chocolate milk drink, not the cartoon. Maybe it only remains in some brains. If we shifted, yeah, maybe. It's definitely not Ovaltine. Hey, howdy, hi, Graven. You remember Ziggy? Not the cartoon. You remember the chocolate milk drink? Yeah, we're not talking about the cartoon guy. We're talking about like an 80s chocolate milk drink mix, like quick, but this was in like they were like formed in like little granules. That's the best way to. They were granules of chocolate, and they would disintegrate as soon as they hit liquid, and you'd stir it up in whatever. I would totally, if I had a bottle of, I mean, it's discontinued now, but if I had that, I would totally make some oat milk chocolate milk. That would be good right now, and we would do a whole live stream on it. I wouldn't even have to talk. I would just be like, look, guys, and then I would, that'd be it. I know, it's crazy to live in with the unknown. Like just to think, like somebody out there knows something. Like there's not many things that not at least one or two people know the answer to. Like definitely, like there might be something that we've never known. Like who shot JFK? Like that kind of thing. Like, but somebody out there knows. Somebody knows. Stuff like that. Like, will we ever know the answer to this or the answer to that? Like, maybe not, but somebody knows or somebody knew. You've never had a Ziggy drink. Wait, how does it sound suspicious? The truth is out there. Yeah, that's my hashtag every time I come up with something like that. Who killed Tupac and Biggie? Well, did Tupac even get killed? There's a documentary on it where an LAPD detective pretty much broke the case, but he couldn't do anything about it because when you go down this huge rabbit hole and like he pretty much knew, but he couldn't. There's nothing he could have. You got to watch the documentary. It's like I don't remember what it's called, but I'm sure you could look it up. Tupac documentary, whatever. The magical musical thing. By name, I don't know what you're talking about. If I saw a picture, possibly. I don't know. Should I Google it? I feel like if every time I go over to Google, my live, yeah, it freezes. I freeze when I try to do that. Okay, so let me try to do this. What's it called? Magical musical thing. I'm gonna Google it and see what you're talking about. Unless it doesn't exist. By Mattel. Magical musical thing. Image. Search. Oh, I do remember this. My older cousins had one of these. And I'm frozen again. But that's the magical musical thing. Deactivate, activate. Wonder Twins, activate. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Like going into the loot bar. Yeah, I remember a lot of old toys, and some of them I still remember. Like I came across an Instagram 80s Instagram page, and they had the Snoopy snow cone machine, and it was a commercial for it. And like, without seeing that commercial in over 40 years, I sang every word. I sang every. Now we have no connection. God darn it! There we go. This is really getting to be a pain in the butt. Yeah, I still remembered every word for the Snoopy snow cone machine. or at least how I remembered the words at the time as a kid. You ever do that? You remembered word? Oh, come on. I don't know. Connection's bad. It's been bad though. I bought a new cable. It's probably my camera. That's probably the real culprit. But I can't take it to get fixed, because if I'm taking it to get fixed, what am I going to do live streams with? We'll have to do live streams on my phone again. No, they're not getting bumped loose because I'm literally just sitting here. It's all, nothing's. Samuel, I'm gonna type that and see what I come up with. I'll probably lose you guys again for a second. Zippy chocolate soda bottle cap. Image. No, that's not it. You know what? That did come up with my original search when I was searching. All the marijuana. Hey, Holly, what's going on? Glad you can join us for a second. Siggy chocolate milk? Wait, maybe that's it. Maybe it sounds exactly like Ziggy. Maybe it is Siggy. I did say possibly Siggy. Let's see. Siggy. Siggy. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Maybe I spelled it with a Y. Siggy chocolate milk mix. Is that what you Googled? Siggy chocolate milk mix. If I could find this on this stream, do you know how happy I'm going to be? Do you have a link? If you have a link, can you send it to me? Because I don't see. What did you put in to find that? Siggy chocolate milk. I'm not finding it. Do you guys even know how happy I would be if I like... What is this? Hold on. No. What is that? I found something that looks kind of similar, but not it. It's got the big red cap, but it's not. It's not it. You just put the link in above. Oh, you did? Where's the link? Did it get... If I made a mini documentary searching for it? Yeah. I don't see the link. Maybe it got... I'm looking through here. Maybe links get filtered out in the live streams. Send it to me on Instagram. Okay, I'm gonna Google that right there. I feel like we're on to something, guys. We're doing some detective work while we're live streaming. Is this like a different country version of it? This might be it, but where's the 80s version of it? Siggy. Is it... Maybe if I put in 80s drink. I feel like we're getting closer. I feel like that could be it. Siggy and Ziggy sound exactly, well, they sound the same to a little kid. Where is it? Okay, I'm scrolling down and I don't see. Maybe that's the brand that made it. Maybe it's just it was discontinued too long ago that it doesn't come up. Have I tried any new vegan products lately? Yeah, I had some vegan chocolate. And I said at the beginning of the stream, a local bakery brought me over some sourdough bread and some vegan butter rolls and focaccia and stuff like that. What else did I have? Anything that I have had is going to be in my vlogs when I try it out. No, it wasn't milk powder. When you were on the mission to prove I'm not crazy. You sent it through Instagram. Did you find a picture? Okay, I'm gonna check my Instagram. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's what I found too. I wonder if that's it now, and they just totally rebranded because it doesn't look anything like it did in the 80s. But yeah, so that's. I mean, I guess I can post a link in here. There's another link. That's basically what she found, and that might have been the kid on the front of the one I'm talking about. And it very well could be Siggy. I said that it's either a Z or an S, so it could be Siggy. I just kept trying it with a Y, but this definitely isn't the container. It's a completely different container. So if there's a way, wait a minute, that's Nestle? That's Nestle brand. So Siggy would be Nestle brand. I wonder if we tried writing to them and asking them about a discontinued drink from the 80s, if they would have any information on it. We should make a live stream where I just call these companies and are like, hey, I need you to answer this question. This is from the 80s. Is a discontinued drink. And then they find it. I'm like, yes. Okay, my second question, is it vegan friendly? My third question, can you bring it back? If it's vegan, can you bring it back? I really want to try it again. I think it'd be great to bring that back. Just think about all those kids out there that would be burying treasure. Secret documents. What if this is a secret document? What if this is something that, I don't know. Siggy instant cacao. That might be, I don't know. That could be, that's probably the closest to what that's probably it, but it's probably completely rebranded. And it looks like by the spelling, it's probably not American, right? Which means oh, wait a minute. No, it's not it. Which means they probably tried it for like a year or two here in the United States, and then maybe it didn't sell as good as quick, and then they got rid of it. Or if it is Nestle, then maybe maybe it wasn't selling as good as the rest of their stuff, and they just focused on the other stuff and got rid of it. But again, if you're watching this and you're watching this in the future or whatever, but if you can find that original container and send it to me, you can contact me on my About Me on my YouTube channel under the email address, or at my website, or if you're friends with me over there on Instagram. I would love to see a picture of this. And I will be, if somebody can find a picture like that, I will be so impressed with your search capabilities. But if somebody actually has a picture at home that they had from like the 80s left over like that, I would be so happy. That would be awesome. And we would be the first ones to put that picture on the internet. So my big smile. Ah, Ziggy. Yeah, I saw Scotty. That's what I saw that too. The kid with the red cap. Aster, you found the one that I'm looking for? The crumble with the can you send that to me? I don't know why we can't post links. I mean, it's probably because of potential spam, but I don't know how to grant rights to do that. Maybe wait, hold on. Maybe I can do that. Here, I made you a moderator real quick. Can you link it and then I'll take it away? You found the plastic container? Hold on, I'm gonna look. Look at the next. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, you found it. You're the hero of the month. Oh my God, holy. Let's see what Aster. Oh, Aster found it too. You both found it at the same time. Wow. Oh my God. Tracy and Aster both. Wow. So there it is. I'm not crazy. Siggy, and there he is. Wow. Oh my God. How did that not come up for me? Oh my God. I'm like, we did it, guys. You guys did it. Like, I feel like this is the most amazing live stream in the last day. No, but for real, that's crazy. I wish I had a better view of what those crystals look like, but that was the container. It's in an angle. You can't really tell from the picture, but that lid is at an angle, and then you eat it all, drink it all, and then you bury your treasure in it. And oh my God, that's awesome. This is so cool. We found it. So you guys, okay, so anybody that thought I was out of my mind talking about this for the last freaking couple weeks, it exists. We didn't get Mandela on this one. I can't believe I'm looking at something that I haven't seen in literally probably 35 or more years ago. Does it say what date this was? Because I'm thinking it was somewhere probably around 86 or 87, but you guys found that? I can't believe I couldn't find it. That never came up in any of my searches. Somebody selling on that'd be, oh my God! Imagine if I had that Ziggy container right behind me. I mean, we got to rename this. We got to rename this live stream to something amazing. Amazing Stories. Remember that show, Steven Spielberg? This should be on Amazing Stories. I didn't think I'd ever find this. To be honest with you, I'm so like, my entire day is made. There's nothing better that will happen today. This is it. I'm still looking at it. I'm wondering if there's any other pictures that are other angles. That is probably one of the rarest pictures that I've ever seen on the internet, other than that's not even as rare as the elephant foot in Chernobyl. There's more pictures of Chernobyl elephant foot than there is of Siggy. But yeah, I mean, that was my memory from almost 40 years ago. Red cap, granules, sounded like Ziggy, but it was Siggy. It could have been with an S. And my only problem was I was putting a Y at the end of it instead of an I. So other than that, memory's pretty there. So if anybody wants to use me for my memory, and so this is proof that this probably gives me more credibility to my Bernstein Bears thing. So Siggy, it was real. And it's not like I had it all the time. My mom only bought it once or twice, and I just kept that container. Wow. I am not crazy. That could be a good stream title. What do you think? Let's try to do that now. I can do that while we're still live. While we're still lime. Are we lime? Okay. How good is my memory? Am I crazy? How about am I crazy? And then how good is my memory? In the opposite order. You guys let me know which one you think would be a better title. Okay, so I'm changing it to this for a second. We can go and change it again if we need to. Oh, wow. We need to put this back up on the screen, don't we? Boom, there it is. Maybe I can go back to the main screen and import another window capture, add existing. No, cancel. Add. Oh, what is it? It's display capture, and then it's. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not the right one, Chris. It's this one. There it is. Okay. Boom. And then we'll just go like. We have to. Nope. Shift. Nope. Alt? Is it Alt? Yes, Alt. Boom. Okay. Yes. So, Aster and Tracy, thank you. You guys are like the master internet sleuths, and we found it in less than, I don't even know how long. That was pretty good. That's impressive, for real. I didn't think this was going to happen, but there it is. There it is. I know. I have to share that on Instagram. I hope it's vegan. It probably is. It's just like chocolate, cocoa. Is Quick vegan? I haven't had Quick in a very, 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 very long time either. Oh, I will. Yes, I need to save him. I need to save it for sure. Save image, right with the Bernstein Bears. Okay, yeah, right into the conspiracy folder. A Mandela effect. That's such a big red cap. That was like, I knew it was a red cap. I knew everything about it except for it didn't end in a Y. Now, if anybody can find an original Bernstein Bears book that says Bernstein, You'll be sleeping better now. Yeah, I think, yeah, you might be right there, Holly. Especially something like this. It's all, I mean, there's a chance that it might be. I mean, this is back in the 80s. Who knows if they did all that back in the 80s, but um, I don't know if my mom would. It does. Well, you know what? You're right. It does seem like a foreign product. There is a slight difference to it, if you ask me. But this is exactly how it looked. I think there's an American version of it where it doesn't say cacao with the K. So if anybody can find that one, but this is pretty much what it looked like. Okay, it had the red cap. It was at an angle. Those are what the crystals look like, and I think it was Siggy. It was Siggy, not Ziggy, and there had to have been an American version of it. Well, there obviously was because they sold it here. This actual one right here that they have on this beautiful rug looks like it's an actual, like they're taking a picture of it like nowadays. And it's just very, very old. I'm surprised it hasn't just, I bet if you open that and the air hit it, it'd probably just all turn to dust. Like Claudia did in Interview with the Vampire. So I think this is the closest I'm ever gonna see to it, but I think you're right. I think this is the foreign version. So if anybody could do one better and find the actual, now that we know what it is, the actual American version, the one that I probably would have, the only one I would have seen, because the actual label looks a little bit different from how I remember it, but I can't. All I can say is that it doesn't look exactly the same. It definitely, I could almost swear anything that it was Siggy or Ziggy, because, I mean, to a little kid and even to me now, Ziggy sounds very similar to Siggy. Siggy, Ziggy. So I mean, I've never spoke of it until nobody's ever brought it up to me. Nobody's ever said, "Hey, remember this?" I've had it in my head all these years, and the fact that I remember that it was called Ziggy or Siggy, not knowing the exact spelling of Siggy, I mean, there it is. I mean, we know that it exists, and it exists pretty much how I described it, except for this is a different country version of it. The twist is that I took this photo as a kid. Wow, that would be a great time travel kind of twist of fate plot for a movie. So I'm wondering if more people see this video after the fact, if anybody else could be like, oh yeah, I do remember. Wow, we actually showed it on this one. I feel like I need to do a whole video on this and like find. I wonder if I could show this to my brother-in-law and then see if he could find the American version. Does it say what company made this? I wonder what other things that person has on there. Yeah, well, thank you for finding that again, Tracy and Aster, both of you. Both of you found it, and I think Scotty found it too, all at separate times. That's true, Linda. But this I remember this being a commercial. This was a well-known thing to little kids of the '80s at that time, and it might have not have been around for that long. But it wasn't like, I mean, me and my friends all knew what it was, and like my mom got it for me. It wasn't like a special thing that they got, and nobody in my family would have been in the military at that point. at that point in time. My brother, I don't even think, well, my brothers were like, one was a baby and the other one was just probably like 8 or 9. And yeah. Hey, Mushroom. Yeah, I think we're just getting done with this. This was a crazy outcome on this live stream here. But I'm super, super excited. I didn't think I was ever going to see it again. I was starting to lose hope for this, but now I feel like we can find the other one. There's got to be a picture out there of the American version. So I don't know. I'm gonna wrap up right now. I'm gonna go dance with joy and glee about this with my dogs over some vegan chocolate milk. Just kidding. I don't have any vegan chocolate milk, but if I had some vegan Ziggy, maybe I could make that happen. New product, new vegan product, right? We'll call it Zombie with an I, Zombie with an I. And it's vegan chocolate mix for only to go into specific. If you don't drink this in like oat milk or almond milk or cashew milk, and you go straight to you're going to be a zombie. You're not going to like it. It's just, hey, we warned you. Thank you guys for watching. Go over and check out my latest upload. It's pinned to the top right now. Vlog. We make pizza and it's National Pizza Day. So perfect video to go watch and have a great night. Watch out for zombies. Thank you guys. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Aster. Thank you, Scotty. And thank you anybody else who tried looking for that.